Hello, Mr. Fantino. How are you? Today, I must thank you because for the first time this year, I was able to tell my children that we didn't have any money for gifts, and I was able to do so without crying. And I was even proud to see that my children are actually getting used to this. And I think that it makes them a strong person, very close to real values. So I will thank you. Of course, it's been a long time since myself I received gifts, but let me tell you that if I had money for myself, because I have a little wild side, but as a caregiver, the little wild side tend to be forgotten or not a priority. And of course, since I'm serving my country, I understand the sacrifices that I have to make. But if I'd have my own money, I would have two new tattoos, actually, one for each of my children, and I would buy myself a ringtone. I used to have one when I met my husband, and it broke. So at the very beginning of our relationship, my husband bought one, and I remember he paid $75 for the ringtone, and it was huge, because I'm not used to receive gifts. So it was really for me a sign of love from him. But, and the parallel I want to make with your financial situation is the following, because, I'm a woman, and as a woman, I tend to look at details and use those details to nourish my sense of rejection that I might have inside. So, my husband, 13 years ago, paid that ring to cash. But if I would have known that he decided to put the payments, for instance, for 50 years, um, I would have asked a couple of questions. The first one I would have asked is, oh my God, how much is he really willing to pay? So, $75 divided by 50 years, that would make $1.50 a year. So, on the very beginning, I would say, oh my God, am I really the owner of that ringtone? Because, when you sign a contract, uh, you buy a house, the house is not fully yours until you paid it, right? So, of course, that is 50 years, until I'm 84. So that would have been a long time living with a lot of uncertainties. But let's say that I was PMSing and I decided to go a little deeper into the numbers and say, oh my God, $1.50 a year. Now let's divide this by 12 months. So the number is 0.125. So that's basically 1 penny a month. And now I won't calculate it if I would have been menopausing and going through what it means like for a day or an hour. Anyway, I'm not educated enough in mathematics to tell you the real number. So, so I'm worried, Mr. Fantino, because if you give gifts, okay, make sure that you use maybe a payments period that will not nourish somebody's uncertainties regarding your own feelings toward them. It's a season where love is very important. So I don't know what you think about this, but because I know that you had a great pension, I'm sure you don't have any problems, just like me, putting a lot of nice food in your fridge. But then again, I'm very happy to do that sacrifice for you. And by the way, I would like also to thank you a little bit, because yesterday I went to the hairdresser. So because of the tax that you are paying off the money that you receive yourself, basically that money goes a little bit to my husband, and my husband accept to pay this for me. So thank you once again. Maybe just make sure that you have good accountants, and you make sure that in the decision that you take, in the nice gift that you want to give, that we will feel the love that you have, and you will be consequent with what you want us to believe from you. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say because it sounds so stupid. I mean, I don't see why I should say this to a minister. So I'm not as powerful as I'm usually am, but I'm sorry for this today. This is how I feel. So because maybe I'm a little frustrated myself, yeah, maybe I am. Okay, so you have a good day, and I'll be on a good mood tomorrow, I promise. Bye.